Alright, I'm in.
Cool. So I'm looking at the town center from Nikov, and he's blue. And let's go RG. Well, we can stick with yellow, I guess. So Nikov is blue and MbL is yellow. Right. Do you wanna talk about the civs or the maps first, or shall I go?
Sure, well, it just looks like a standard Hun war here. I'm not exactly sure. Is the first game always Huns versus Huns, or is it...
No, the civilization is not set, just the map is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I guess we just have a classic Hun wars here, so it'll be quite interesting. Nikov, I can see, has a 2 forward stones and 2 of his extra golds forward. Oh, actually all of his golds are forward, so I think this will be really interesting for Nikov. I wouldn't be surprised if he went forward in this game because his map is not very good at all. There's some areas where maybe he can wall, but not in the short term. And having those 2 stones forward like that and behind the wood line is really dangerous. For him defensively.
Stone can really be like dangerous if he gets tower rushed, or if MbL goes aggressive on him. Good point.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what he would do is he could just if he couldn't access either of those stones, then he could easily get pinned by MbL. And I know MbL doesn't usually, he's not the player to play the most aggressive in a lot of situations, but when he needs to, he does a good job. And I don't know, this will be interesting because MbL and Nikov, they kind of both have their own styles, and I think that they actually kind of play a little bit more passive than most players. Nikov plays a more like I'd say Nikov plays pretty passive, and MbL plays probably more like defensive. But I guess it depends on who they're playing against as well.
No.
So it'll be interesting because it'll be interesting because MbL tends to play more defensive against players like Slam, who play like more standard or aggressive. But since Nikov plays passive, it'll be interesting to see whether or not MbL
he adapts.
Will maybe change his style or not. So.
No, I wouldn't like say that Nikov is a super, defensive or passive player. But what you said is actually right, that he select the situations and he reads the maps well, in my opinion. So
yeah,
let's just quickly take a look at the map from MbL, so people can see how that looks like. So he went for the side wood, could call it even forward wood line. His main goal is forward. Quite some deer towards the top. Stone at the side and in the back. That's nice. Forward stone, well expected. So no wood in the back. That's not good at all for MbL.
Yeah, it'll be a kind of I think both players have maps with definite defensive weaknesses, so it'll be interesting to see how this game plays out. But I wouldn't be surprised if one player went forward, but it'll be interesting because I feel like both players are going to be on the lookout for like forward towers or forwards just because of their maps. MbL obviously has those wood lines that are kind of weak on the front, so if he just were to wall across over the main gold, he could still get towered over the top of the wood lines. So they'll definitely be on the lookout for those. It'll just be interesting to see kind of how the game develops here.
Right, so let's check the area between them, because hills are always, interesting in Arabia games. So towards the left from MbL space, there's a quite large hill. But it's towards the side, maybe, and there's no resources really, so maybe not so important. Then towards the center, rather flat area. Well, in front of Nikov's base, where the 2 golds and the 2 stones are, there's a tiny hill, but no crucial hill. I think on Desert Arabia you get bigger hills as well.
Oh really? I wasn't aware of that, but yeah.
No.
Interesting. Both the players pushed quite a few deer here, so they'll have pretty strong economies. It'll be kind of funny if both players end up going like scouts or something in this game. It's like we talked about how bad the maps are. If this turns out to be standard, like a standard game, it'll be kind of silly. But Nikov's map, actually, now looking at it, he could make it kind of good if he's able to take. If you see where Nikov has that extra gold that's like right on the wood line there on the front. He's able to wall maybe across there to the other wood line that's at the edge of the map, and then he's able to wall from his most forward stone over to the cliff. Then he can actually create a nice little base. You can see he's kind of starting that wall a little bit, maybe not out as far, but he's definitely getting up a good barracks position here. So
Yeah.
it looks.
It is wallable. Like, it's not the worst map out of all for Nicov. It's actually okay, I think. And well, here comes the barracks. Feudal Age about to, well, be reached, and we're gonna see a stable, I'm pretty sure, because he didn't mine any gold, so should be a stable. Or is it? Wait, he's going for gold now, just to kill time? Yeah, just to kill time. Yeah. Dropping the stable.
I think the other thing that we probably should take into account is that this is a tournament game, and a lot of times, I know a lot of players don't always feel comfortable going forward in tournament games because, you know, especially, yeah, you see Nikov's already starting to make walls. So I think that maybe in a just a heads-up game, one of them might try to play a little bit more aggressive. But since it's a tournament game, they are. I think that they're playing a little bit more passive. I don't know if I saw Slam was in the chat earlier, and I don't know if he's seen the maps, but I feel like this is one of the types of maps that maybe Slam would play more aggressive on because he likes to do like strategies like man-at-arms and towers and stuff like that. But yeah, like the walling by Nikov here is a little bit weird because he's still giving up all of his golds here. You know.
I think he's trying to secure the main gold, and if he gets under pressure, then I can definitely see a tower coming up in front of the main gold. I think that's the idea.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. It's just, I don't know. He's kind of, Again, I think it's just the tournament thing. It's just like, you know, nobody wants to, you know, lose a game in 12 minutes because they forwarded somebody with a decent map. And saying that, I guess I wasn't checking what they were scouting. I know Nikov was pushing deer earlier. So, all right, so we got Scout's gonna pick off a villager there from.
Nice one.
Yeah.
MbL getting out of there with 6 HP still. Can he make it? What is he doing? Was he just trying to buy time? But no, he wouldn't have gotten in anyway. Well,
yeah.
So he's going forward with a scout, like an extra scout and 2 spearmen. But apart from that, very well passive play from both players so far. 3 scouts on the way from Nikov, but they're spearmen from MbL.
Man, this would be so weird if the MbL's not even walling here, so I don't know. That's kind of strange. I feel like he'd want to wall more, but. Okay, so he's gonna realize now that Nikov's fully walled, and does have scouting information on all the. Well, does he know where all the golds are at? I think he's missing maybe one of them. Yeah, he's missing one of them.
MbL or Nikov?
Yeah, MbL. Oh, there's a hole right there. What the heck?
What? How?
How's there a hole?
What was
I guess he let his scouts out. He must have let his scouts out.
Maybe, because why else would he like punch a hole in there? I don't know. All right.
Yeah, well, that's kind of funny because MbL's spear rush wouldn't have worked at all if he didn't open it up for him. All right, so let's see. MbL still haven't.
Must have been a small surprise for MbL there. Well, if it's open, let's just go in, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Nikov is on gold. Wow, what is Nikov trying to go fast up here? No, he's gonna add ranges. Okay.
Quite a few spearmen there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit tricky.
Okay, MbL transitioning to gold, and Nikov is already.
I feel like Nikov just needs to outmass MbL here with spears, and then he's already walled in. Oh, he should. See.
He did it now.
There he is. Yeah, so now Nikov can just wait for the good fight. And now if you're MbL, you try to take a good fight while you can have one. I don't know, let's see.
Ooh, 2 scouts down the same moment, really.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. It's not gonna be maybe that big because of, I mean, they're both playing so passive that I don't think that military lead really makes a huge difference right now, but...
MbL knew that there's nothing to win anymore, so now...
I'm trying to get a gauge on what Nikov is actually going for, because if you look at his eco right now, it's just very, like, unbalanced. Or, you know, he's got a little extra gold. I guess it's not that bad. He's gonna make archers here, so...
Yeah, I think he's going for a fast, well, in inverted commas, fast castle, right? because he hasn't added any archery ranges or extra stables or anything really, so it looks like Castle Age as soon as possible to me.
Yeah.
2 spearmen there waiting at MbL's base. Let's see.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Nikov's in on MbL.
Yeah. I don't. Well, he might get a kill, but not very likely.
Yeah, probably not likely. I think if you're Nikov, you're just trying to figure out what MbL's doing, figure out where he's walled, figure out maybe what strategy he's trying to follow up with. I might pick this villager on the wall here.
So you see very, very similar strategies here. 20 minutes to, 32 and 20:38, well, for Nikov and respectively MbL.
Yeah. It seems so strange. Like, okay, so we're playing Hun War here, but I don't understand the strength of a double stable in like a situation where they're both walled like this. Like, it just kind of seems a little bit odd. I mean, I understand MbL's strategy. He's going for a Cav Archer. I mean, he should be fully walled in.
Well, you have to take into account that this is the balance patch tournament, right? So cavalry archers are not, you know, super or dirt cheap anymore. So knights are actually way more viable. So maybe that's why they want to go for knights. But you see, MbL is actually going for ranges. So this is gonna be a cool experiment, you know, like from the point of view of Carlos Ferdinand. Like who's gonna fare better now? Double stable knights, and you know they still get their production bonus, or you know, for the knights, and 3 ranges for cavalry archers, which is very common, right? So that's gonna be interesting.
And Nikov's taking down another villager at the wall there. Kind of bad for. You can see that MbL's 4 villagers behind now, so that's not good for him. Oh, almost losing another one there at the town center. All right, so blacksmith coming up. He didn't even get the blacksmith. I think MbL forgot the blacksmith as well.
Well, let's see what MbL is doing in these ranges. Yeah, he's just getting cavalry archers. He wasn't interested in, you know, the usual archers you upgrade to crossbowmen. He just scrapped that.
This just seems so strange. Like, Nikov has all 4 golds here, and yet he's putting a town center behind his gold. Like, if he loses control, I mean, I don't think he will because he has knights here. But
there's an explanation. He can't drop the town center anywhere else because of the hills, I think.
Right, but he has nothing to protect the gold. Like, if the Cav Archers go outside the wall there, then he has to send his knights back, and his knights aren't going to do any damage to MbL because he's fully walled at this point.
Yeah, but where is he supposed to build the TC? He cannot drop a TC on hills, you know. It has to be a flat area.
Right, but I'm just saying that maybe he should. Well, this is like the fact that he went knights here. Just is. That's why it doesn't really make much sense because he could have rallied the Cav Archer on the hill there.
No, I agree with you. This is a very narrow wall, so the gold can be harassed. So yeah.
Yeah, look, he'll have to send his knights back and defend, and feel like MbL gets better value here, but yeah.
Right.
This just seems like a very strange game, in my opinion.
It is a bit strange. It's not a regular Hun War, as we're probably used to it from, you know, 1,000 games in Medieval Siege, but this is a balance patch, so it changes things up a little. Got a kill, and he's running in.
Oh, he's going in on him? I don't know, I think
there's 3 TCs right next to each other, so well, MbL. Oh, nice. Oh, that was a bug, I think. But now the Cav Archer had to step away from the palisade, obviously. Anyway, yeah, MbL is not gonna make it out if they're alive.
Oh man, that was a big mistake. I mean, you can see that Nikov added town centers first. When people add town centers first, I mean, you have to do the damage, and this was just not a very good decision to go in here. I mean, obviously, I don't know, maybe he just, I didn't check his scouting information. I don't know if he had scouted Nikov's inside of the base like that, but once he knew that TC was there, I feel like he should have just like GB'd, because I feel like at that point, it's just like, how are you going to get a good trade there?
Yeah. Quick question from the chat, whether Nikov did wheelbarrow or not. To me, it looks like he did not get wheelbarrow. So yeah, Nikov without wheelbarrow. Did he just forget? Like, was he just trying to rush through to Castle Age and forgot about wheelbarrow? Because he's on 57 villagers now, and with 57 you want wheelbarrow.
Yeah, he'll have to get it pretty quick here. I think he's probably gonna save up for it right now and click it. I'm sure he's realized it by this point.
And well, he has 3 TCs now. He can definitely use 1 for a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now I guess now with the balance patch especially coming into play, those like falling behind in the cav archers was a lot worse than like in a normal Hun war where
4 archers don't matter, right?
Well, now it's just that much more expensive.
Exactly. Gold shaft mining now for MbL, so he's really like in for the Castle Age fight. If he was interested in, you know, a boom and Imperial, then he wouldn't get gold shaft mining at this point, I think.
No, MbL's going for it now. He knows that he's already made some mistakes here, and you know, it started with losing the villagers at the wall, and now it's gotten to the point. I think he understands that he's got to make a play, because the thing is MbL has forward golds as well here, and he knows that if he just lets the game boom out, then Nikov's gonna win. But oh, is he gonna go in? No, he's not gonna go in. Of course.
Sorry, I had to tap out. The viewers could see it. Anyway, we're back with MbL harassing the gold there, and there's Manganel should avoid. Oh, he used shoot or target to the ground, but yeah, did not hit anything. But
MbL adding a barracks as well. I think he's gonna make some pikes. He's gonna go pike scav archer here.
Yeah.
So.
Cav archers and pikemen are pretty good in regular AOC, but here with the Cav archers, not sure. As I said, to me this is a bit of an experiment, you know, like regular play, Cav archers all the way, and now lots of knights in play. Hey,
oh, there's a hole. Oh, is there still a hole?
Should be, yeah, it looks open. Looks, oh yes.
It was open, wow. Had he gone in there, that would have been a...
And I think it's still open. Yeah, it was open because the monk was about to go out.
Yeah.
And Nikov pulled back. Whoa, that was such a mind game there. Like, Nikov thought it was closed and he pulled back. When if he would have continued, he would have been in. Yeah. He had continued, yeah. Alright.
Right, here's the pikes. Pikes in I don't ever see this. I've never really seen pikes in cav archer. I don't see it at
Well, if you're up against full knights, then that usually is a winning combo. You know, if your enemy for whatever reason goes full knights in regular balance, like 1.0 C balance, then that's a winning, you know, combo. But here, let's see how it goes. MbL moving. He should be shooting rather than running around.
Yeah, so I think Nikov's just gonna deal with the pikes with mangonels. He might make an extra, or might make scorpion.
If he gets 1 or 2 shots, you know, with the splash damage, then the spearmen, pikemen are half dead already. Right.
Okay, so we got MbL about 20 villagers behind right now, so that's just gonna. It just keeps on. I mean, the thing is he's 20 vills behind, so every minute that they keep going like this, Nikov just gets 400 more resources ahead. So, I mean, obviously, MbL's got a good, like, I think his combo is still strong. Like, having more like a lot of cav archers is still the best thing, you know. But see here, Nikov just has so many knights, though. It's even difficult for MbL too.
Yeah, I agree. But in total, like on the map, MbL has 51 army. Of course, the cav archers and pikes are cheaper than the knights. Curious though, like 3 mangonels, those can do terrible damage as well. So the numbers might be misleading.
Yeah, I think the numbers are quite a bit misleading right now, especially because yeah, the mangonels will probably they one-shot these.
Yeah.
They almost one-shot the pikemen, so you'll see here. Oh, he's not paying attention. So you already killed a couple there. This fight isn't gonna be yeah. This one's probably okay for Nikov. I mean, again, he's ahead in villagers, so that fight was probably it was fine for Nikov.
That's what I meant. Like with the first shot, a couple died and the others were injured already, so the knights needed just maybe 2, strikes to kill them.
Exactly. I think both players. I think MbL is working for. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say he was trying to get a castle. It looks like Nikov's definitely trying to go for a castle though.
And look at the villager count. 99, soon 100 against 74, 75 villagers.
Yeah.
Huh.
Not sure what Nikov's going for with the his knights there.
Yeah, I wanted to move out and break in from the side. But MbL is keeping him busy. Okay, Imperial Age click. Nicov. Did open? Yeah, but MbL is not going in.
MbL's doing a decent job of microing the units here.
Good micro from MbL. Interested now, these pikemen, they have +1 attack and +2 armor, so MbL even upgraded pikemen in Castle Age. That's not very common, but in this situation it makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I think alright, MbL's got enough for a castle. I'm sure he's gonna drop it probably on the front pretty soon here. There it is. Was good. He was waiting for that thing. Nikov switching into Cav Archer.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the castle.
Be good.
I wanted to show the fight, but let's take a quick look at the castle then. Right.
Just amazing how that first little fight. I mean, when you're going for when you're not going to add TPs right away, you really have to make it a point to do damage in the beginning, because if you lose army like MbL did in the beginning there with the Cav Archers, and you don't get value out of them, you just set yourself behind. I mean, there was other ways that he could have come back here to kind of even the score a little bit, and he can still come back in this game, but it just kind of shows like right now, Nikov has quite a bit of an advantage here going into Imperial Age. Now he's going to be up, and MbL's still going to be stuck in Castle Age, right? Just that one fight. I mean, it was only 5 or 6 Cav Archers, maybe a little bit more than that, but that one fight really kind of set that one loss by MbL really kind of set the tone for Castle Age here, and just really important that,
Okay, just looking at the upgrades right now. So Thumb Ring coming in for Nikov, and obviously there's cavalry archers now. So that's interesting. He probably just skipped Cav Archers in Castle Age to get them in Imperial now that the discount is bigger. That's maybe the reason.
Yeah. No, they're gonna deal with the pikes pretty nicely, so that'll be good.
Yeah. Question from the chat: who's MbL?
Who's MbL?
Yeah. And MbL adding in the skirmishers, which is, perfect counter, so this could get interesting. Then there's still knights around, but I don't think Nikov is adding in more knights, so we probably won't even see Cavalier upgrade.
Yeah, probably not. He's just trying to sack him right now anyways. He's just trying to get any value he can out of him, because I don't think like you said, I don't think he's planning on getting Cavalier. See how Nikov's economy is looking. It's looking pretty good. Getting a castle up on the front. I'm sure he might get some trebs here, considering he's not making Capture M yet.
Kill-death ratio, highly in favor of Nikov, because obviously he created the more expensive units. Like knights cost way more than cav archers in fights.
Nikov's got to fix his economy a bit. He's got a wood line in this beast here that's not really, got a lot of villagers not really doing much.
Yeah, well, Nikov is trying to transition now, so this is a bit of an iffy situation, but he's secured everything with a castle at the front. Now, I didn't show this castle, or I didn't point it out really. So there's two castles defending the front gold, and someone said it in the chat, like a bit jokingly, but it is a rather, you know, cautious game, I would say. Like, this is a tournament game, no one's taking big risks here.
Yeah, for sure. It just seems weird because, like, when players do take risks in 1v1, like in standard games, the games seem to flow kind of more smoothly.
Yeah.
Right? You see players, I mean, sometimes they make mistakes and they actually, like, lose an advantage or something like that. But in these type, like, you know, like when they do go for it and it works, it just seems like a very smooth transition, you know? In these types of games, like, they're playing so cautious that everything kind of looks like, I don't know, just looks strange. That's what I'd say. Like, we expected that one player might go forward in the beginning, and both players did standard scouts, even though their maps maybe weren't the greatest. I mean, Nikov had a map where he could wall pretty easy. I mean, they both did, but the resource placements were a little bit, you know.
Okay, now a good castle coming up from MbL on a tiny hill. It's just a one-level hill, but it covers a secondary gold and the stone, which is starting to become important, right? Late game.
Yeah.
Can actually Nikov deny this castle? Because if he can, then this might snowball. Like, the score is falling apart. If the castle won't go up, then Nikov can move rather quickly. MbL sending in fills. If Nikov... No, I think there's... no. Well, the castle is important now, but it will go up, I think. Not enough units there from Nikov. Okay, it's up. Speaking too soon, 2 trebuchets there already.
Yeah.
I think MbL is in trouble here.
Seems so strange, like Nikov doesn't have any army yet, he has so many villagers.
Hussar upgrade from Nikov, Halberdier upgrade from MbL. Chemistry, well, that's expected. Crossbow upgrade now from Nikov, that's a strange one. Oh.
I think I don't know, is he going for that? I don't know. No, he's trying to go for elite skirm. He misclicked, I think.
Must have, yeah.
I don't know if he actually needed the, I feel like he could have done oh, I guess he has the halberdier now, so the elite skirm will actually kind of make sense.
Yeah. Like, he has Feudal Age skirms running around, and he will probably curse when he checks the archery range next time. Okay. MbL repairing heavily there, spending quite some stone. Switch the point of view. He's still got 400 something stone in the bank.
Big problem for Nikov is he has no other. He only has like that gold right there. Where's this other one? He already took it, I think. I think the problem, he doesn't know where the extra golds are at, I don't think, and so that's one of the reasons why the game's kind of going on like this, because he just doesn't have the gold to make, you know, heavy cav archer or whatever, right? And
I just checked the exploration, and neither Nikov nor MbL have scouted the, let's say, the 7-8 o'clock position on the minimap.
Yeah, and I think at this point, I mean, I know it's kind of like late in the game and it might be a tough thing to do, but I think like trying to figure out what's out there might be a good idea, because I don't know, Nikov's still gonna do fine. He's got so many more villagers. He just needs to get these elite skirms in there, and then it should be pretty over. But it just seems like maybe they should have spent a little bit more time trying to explore and find those extra golds, because it makes pushing like this, especially in Nikov's position, so much better. You know, he would have heavy cav archer, and then, you know, maybe some siege rams behind it, or not behind it, siege rams in front, and he'd just be able to mow through everything. But since he's so tight on gold, he has to be really conservative with how he spends it. Yeah. But yeah, it looks like he's He's gonna push through this now, and it should be over. Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah, it was just my gut feeling. If this castle falls, then there's nothing really to stop Nikov anymore, and yeah, it's almost how it went. Like castle fell, and yeah. So very good game in this series. Again, for everyone who just tuned in, it's gonna be 5 games. It's a round robin system, so not a best of 5. And Nikov takes the first point.
Yeah, it was interesting. I hope so. Oops, let me go back. I think waiting for me.
Doing the bets. Nikov took this one. Right. Just quickly clicking achievements. Oh, sorry, again, a second misclick today. But I think we've seen what was going on. I'll just show the achievements to the people who are interested. Nikov went up to 144 villages and MbL just to 110. He went for food units, so you want the extra village. Right, so put on some background music. Music maybe a little loud. So now it's gonna be the whole map for MbL. And I think there is even like an edited version of Black Forest available, so who knows what we're in for here. Oh, let's see.
Oh, Black Forest.
I don't want to call it. I don't want to call it.
What was the first game of I don't know if you remember. What was who was it? Was it Nikov versus Back the other day? What was the first game? Because I remember I missed the stream.
First game is always Dry Arabia, but first home map. First home map.
Oh.
I don't remember, to be honest, right now. So game 2. Yeah, go ahead.
Did the Back versus Nikov game, did that start late the other day then, or because I remember I came like 2 hours in.
Yes. That had a delay, obviously. Home map MbL. And so again, guys, you can start betting now. Okay. Actually, get a glass of water. Be right back. If you want to, talk to the people on the chat, go ahead. Right? Be right back.
Right. What's going on, chat? Welcome back to ESPN 8, the Ocho. Yeah, so that last game was kind of, I don't know, it just seemed so weird because the maps did not seem, like, super good, and, I just felt like one of those, like, it would have been really cool to see somebody, like, try to do, like, a sneaky tower or something like that, but I guess it's a tournament game, and nobody wants to, like, get, like, a villager caught out or something like that and fall behind, so I understand, but, I don't know. A little bit. I hope that we play some, like, more open maps, because then players are kind of going to be forced to play more aggressive.
Okay, I'm back.
Did they start the game yet?
Yep, the countdown is almost down to 0, so starting any moment.
Okay, cool.
Oh, for this one I will use friend-foe colors like alternate G. Oh, Nikov will be blue for me and MbL will be red. So let's reveal the map. And the map is... I called it. Are you in?
Oh yeah, I'm in. It's interesting. It's kind of a cool variation of it, at least.
Yeah, it is. it is in inverted commas, you know, balanced. Like there's no more wolves, you know, making it hard to wall in the beginning. There's no hills, you know, that could, you know, favor one player or the other. But it is still a very, very wallable map.
This is so weird. Yeah, it's just kind of. I think I saw that. I've seen them play this. I've seen this map before. I think maybe it was in one of the past series. But yeah. Hold up, I'm gonna restart the. Can I rejoin the game? For some reason, like when I joined, the everything is like in Spanish or something. I don't know. Like the wrong file loaded to start the game for me.
There's
So.
Spanish
Let me see if
maps, of course, yes.
Let me try to rejoin really quick. So that works.
Okay, you still got the password? I think.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, good. Eagle fight going on right now, and yeah, Nikov getting the short straw, if that's how you can put it, and Villager going forward for MbL, and so for Nikov. Well, there's a big open area south of Nikov's base, so what's... Oh, is MbL laming? He is.
Nice.
He's killing the vills. Sorry, the boars with one villager.
Oh, sneaky.
And
Together.
And Nikov wants to get in somehow. There's a palisade with 20 something now. Oh, it's going down quick. Yep, palisade down. And he will lose the villager now. Well, the eagle should be careful. Yep, he'll get the villager. So the lame was not successful. There was only 3 HP on the boar, like one shot was missing. And the boar would have died there. So not a very successful lame. And the eagle from Nikov is on 1 HP. 1 HP, like seriously, MbL.
Didn't look like it paid off there.
Nikov changed direction. He should have gone to the TC and garrison, but what? MbL let go. So this was a very, very good outcome for Nikov there.
All the boars were trapped? What the heck? Where are the boars at? Are they just not there?
Which boars? For MbL?
Oh, MbL's boars were in the wood line.
Where in the wood line? Is MbL's?
Look at the right. Yeah, look to the right of the town center. There's like a boar in the wood.
Oh, to the right of the town center.
Yeah, it's in the wood, like in the center. Yeah, it's kind of tough to see.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, got distracted there. So this is obviously a bugged map. Sorry, I should have called that. But MbL made the call, so good point. Ooh, so much action. Like they distracted us with their shenanigans. Did not, like, we couldn't check the map properly. Yeah, this was bugged. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Alright. Okay, so for
part of the game, you gotta chop it out.
Yep. For the viewers on the chat who might be like wondering, if resources are trapped like this one boar we've just seen, this is obviously a so-called admin restart. So MbL still keeps his restarts, and which is 2 in the final round. So both players get 2 restarts because, you know, money is on the line. We don't want, you know, stupid maps or tiny mistakes to affect the outcome of the game. So both players still have their 2 restarts. Question from the chat: where can I find the brackets? Should be here, ! brackets, and that leads us to challenge.com, and here it is. We're in round 3 now. Right, so countdown is not started. Obviously the maps, the map single or singular, and the civilizations have to stay the same.
Or the civs, they were both with a Aztecs, both mine? Both Aztecs, right?
I think so, yeah. If you check the
like,
civilizations properly, I just had a look and they both had eagle warriors. No.
Now, do onagers cut wood in the balance patch, like in HD, or
no.
do...
No, they don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think, I was like, if they both picked mine, like, I knew they had eagles, but I was like, if they both picked mines, then that game would probably last a long time. You know,
No.
you could siege on it here.
Actually, in 1v1 Black Forest, Aztecs are a top-tier civilization, other than in 4v4 Black Forest, for example, where they're not so great. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably got something to do with the relics, like the gold generation from the relics, because you get the relic. There are a couple of relics, right?
Yes, there were some relics on the minimap.
Yeah, it's probably due to that. They get siege onager. And god dang it, Bulchin! Gosh, man, I'm not 16x, man. Some 16x guy.
Yeah. The banter. All right. Game is starting. Makes tutorials and stuff that is accurate. So game number 2, the balanced version of Black Forest here, between Nicov and MbL, and let's reveal the map. Oh, now this looks way more interesting. Like Nikov, I'd say in the 10-11 o'clock position here, and has nice gold and wood in the back, so and he can wall off very easily. So this is proper Black Forest, if you want to put it like that. And MbL can wall himself in like with no trouble. The gold, you could argue it's not easy to mine, but honestly he can mine it from one side, and he has other golds inside his base, so no, I wouldn't call this a map.
I guess with Black Forest you kind of just get these types of like, I don't know, maybe MbL will call re here because the stone and the gold are kind of, stones are probably okay, but the gold, like, I don't know, maybe he'll consider calling it, but I don't know, I guess this is kind of what you can expect from this type of map, is with all this wood here, it's like,
people on the chat like, this map is ugly and like X-Patch is killing Black Forest. This is not even X-Patch, come on guys, you can do better. Alright, yeah, no, this is like super easy to wall for MbL, couldn't be easier. And he has pretty much all, he even has a deer inside his tiny little coffin there. So
oh really?
couldn't be better really.
Like wait, the gold prevents him, oh yeah, it's already walled there, okay. Wow. There's one, he didn't even have to wall it that far, he could have walled right by the stone, it would have been a one tile wall. Heck?
So everyone wondering what this map is, I'll show it again. It's the EGC version of Black Forest. So if you want to send your complaints, please send them to Carlos Ferdinand, not to me, please. No, kidding. Obviously, I checked the maps and I'm okay with those, to be honest. There's no hills, there's no wolves, so that should make things a little bit more even. All right.
I'll be back in.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 4 hours after the this game ends.
I don't think it's gonna last that long, to be honest. We might have to sit through until they get siege onager, but let's see.
Who picked this map, by the way? Who was it?
It's MbL's home map. So also, yeah, send your complaints to MbL, please. Obviously to MbL.
Isn't it like, isn't it getting kind of late there? Where he's at? It's like almost midnight.
Should be the same time zone as me, I think, and it's soon 11 PM, so it's not too bad. Yeah.
He's gotta play best of 5, man. What if Nikov played some map like this as well? If he picks a map like this, then they could be up till like 3 or 4 in the morning. The games last a long time. Wow.
I think this is the only like really closed map or map that's easy to wall in this map pack. So now, like I've streamed 5 games already today, and it felt like no time. It was a really nice set of games there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Nikov walling off quite a bit of the map here, like securing extra golds, extra stones. Definitely good in the long run. Villager counts 18 for both. Oh yeah, one change for Aztecs here in the patch. They don't get free loom anymore, but they get 50 gold extra. So they keep kind of the gold bonus, but they do not get the speed bonus, like to save 25 seconds in Dark Age anymore.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Yeah, question from the chat. Yes, both have the same civilization. It's Aztecs for both. Right.
I wonder if they're just gonna go up to Castle Age fast and make monks and then try to get the relics, or I think that you'd want the relics. Like, if one person doesn't go for the relics, then I feel like the other one's gonna be a major advantage.
Well, usually in 1v1 you see lots of monks, right? Monk rush with Aztecs. But since this is balance patch and I've never seen an Aztec war on this particular map, I don't want to make any, you know, special calls here because I would be guessing, speculating.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they do have quite a bit more gold on this map. Nah, I guess it's pretty average.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
No, I guess they do have more gold. I mean, they have a bigger main gold. They have that main gold that's the same size, but then the extra gold.
Well, that's another point about this map. Extra resources like, you know, golds or even boars are not trapped. I think that was like one of the goals for this map when it was, you know, designed. So the golds and other extra resources are not trapped anymore, because sometimes on Black Forest 1v1 it's ridiculous. Like one player has 5 golds and the other player has just 3 or whatever, you know. That's just not fair.
Yeah, I'd be kind of interested to what like other people think about. I'm not very experienced in these really close types of maps, so I'm not really sure.
I think no one is experienced in 1v1 Black Forest because it's just not, you know, a competitive setting really. Like, who plays that on a regular basis? Many, definitely not many. 4v4 BF I can understand, because with 4 civilizations you can balance out a lot of things most of the time. Like, if you get one civilization with Siege Onager, you're alright, etc, etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what they go for. I'm just gonna see you see blacksmith market. Yeah.
Like the expected thing here, blacksmith market. On this map, feudal rush wouldn't make any sense, you know. Neither men at arms, archers, whatever.
Well, if they didn't go for heavy aggression in last map, I don't think there's any chance that they're gonna try anything on this map.
Well,
MbL's got some stuck villagers on his wood line. They're trying to reorganize themselves very slowly.
I mean, there's always, you know, what viewers want, right? But there's also, you know, what the players want. And this is a series, a competitive tournament, so the players want to win this. And if the best thing, you know, in terms of, you know, chances, is playing this defensively and go to Castle Age for monks or for boom, we'll still see, then we have to respect that and let the players, you know, do everything to what it takes to win here.
Well, if you look at Nikov's point of view, let's try to think, what is he thinking? He doesn't even know where MbL's at this point. He doesn't even he scouted the map, but he doesn't know where MbL's at in this game. So there's no way that he's going to try to play aggressive here. He's definitely going to probably try to add TCs and maybe make some monks. MbL, on the other hand, knows where Nikov's at. He scouted the inside of Nikov's map. Yeah. He knows where the stones are at. He knows, he can kind of see where the walls will be made, and so he's got a little bit better indication. Gosh, I'm telling you, if MbL would have just built one palisade wall at that stone location, it could have taken it could probably take Nikov like quite a while to find him in that case, because he would never be able to like get into that area, right? And it might take him a while to realize, oh, there's one palisade wall that's preventing me from getting in there.
Right. Well, someone's saying MbL is late to Castle Age. The thing is that MbL has 2 villagers more, so I guess that kind of explains it. It's not like MbL has been idling his town center too much here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Been a gate from MbL.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, there's one difference. Town center coming up now for Nikov, and there's actually a barracks from MbL. So what was the barracks for? I won.
Gosh, I just can't imagine it. If MbL has just one palisade wall, but I'm just trying to imagine Nikov. Oh. What's up?
I really think that MbL wants to go aggressive here. Like, why else would MbL build a barracks? And he's...
I don't know.
Getting stone.
He's just making the barracks to make eagles so they can test the relics. That's why. Like, Nikov, did he make a barracks? No, he just made town centers. So Nikov might not even add... He might add a monastery. But he's not going to try to contest it. I don't think he'll try to contest the
Mm.
relics. MbL is going to make probably a couple eagles and then make a monastery. Yeah.
Good point. It might be just for relics. Who was it? A Skittle. NC Skittle on the chat pointed that out. So yeah, it might be just about the relics and not really for a monk rush here. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I just forgot. I don't really play Arena at all, so I was kind of confused in the beginning, but then I realized I was like, oh yeah, it's just to make the eagles again.
Okay, so that's 2 eagles there for MbL. And yeah, he saw the injured eagle from Nikov, so this one's, well, been taken care of. And in terms of economy, 1 town center coming up for MbL. Wheelbarrow, heavy plow coming up for MbL. While we see 2 town centers already for Nikov extra. Okay.
This map is just so... I think MbL, like... Even though his map, like the resources are are pretty bad. I mean, he's gonna be able to get probably Siege Onager eventually if he doesn't already if he doesn't go like super aggressive on Nikov, and he'll be able to chop around those golds to make him better. But I just feel like it's so strong in the sense that Nikov, it was so easy to wall, and Nikov literally could get no scouting information on him. Like he just cannot, he doesn't even know where to hit MbL at all. So I don't know. Just whatever.
Oh, and Nikov walling up more, it seems, yeah, building a house next to this outpost in the north, so yeah.
MbL's getting the relics.
Uh-huh.
Good. Does he have, how many of them does he actually have scouted? So he's bringing one in there. He's got 2 more. Yeah, he's actually scouted most of them, so. You know, what Nikov could have done was wall in that relic that's close to him. I think he actually had that scouted. Oh no, he didn't. He still didn't have that one scouted, so.
But yeah, this is gonna be really a rush for relics here, and I'm not sure Nikov is aware of that, because I don't see Nikov running around with monks here. No, Nikov doesn't even have a monastery.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't, he didn't know where the relics were, and he didn't know where MbL was, so I think he just like, I'm just gonna boom, because what else can you do if you don't know where the opponent is, and you know, all you can really do at that point is wall and boom, right?
Yeah.
So MbL's gonna grab the relics, and I think that does MbL have a second town center up? Yeah, he does. So at this point, I think after MbL has brought in all the relics, their economies are gonna be like really even, and you know, MbL will just have that advantage that later in if the game just goes, you know, later on, he's gonna be able to hold on to the lead because of the extra relics. I think each each Aztec relic is basically like 3 or 4 villagers on gold. So if he collects 5 of them, then it's like, you know, be good. I know some of the viewers play Arena. I mean, I don't play it all, so they probably have better insight in.
I have no idea really about the ins and outs about, you know, Arena meta, so nope, meaning.
I think this map is just really good for Siege Onager. Like, there's just a lot of tight areas, and you know, you can just hold the areas with castles and Siege Onagers, and so I'd expect to see like a lot of those. And do Aztecs get like heavy Scorpion? No, they don't. I don't know if that would be good or not.
Siege Onager and Siege Ram already, so heavy Scorpion would be the full package almost, yeah.
Maybe just Jaguar Warriors and Siege Onagers then, I'm guessing.
Jaguar, Siege Onagers, Monk sometimes, if the player can't be bothered. Someone just said on the chat that MbL will lose because he doesn't have space to build military buildings. Well, he just walled in Nikov, so I think his space available just went from like 5% to 80% or 75%. So I think he has space now.
Yeah. You even realize that he's getting walled in? He doesn't. He doesn't even see that he's getting walled in.
Yeah, he didn't research Town Watch. Yep, no Town Watch there. This is sneaky. Oh, MbL? No, he did wall this. Yep.
That's funny.
Typical MbL move.
Oh, you just made the game a lot more interesting.
Well, is it making it more interesting, or is it just, you know, trying to suffocate Nikov? I don't know. Who knows?
It's not like raiding would be good in this anyways. I mean, like,
yeah.
You know. I think this gives MbL a major advantage though, because now he can really see, like, he just as long as he's re-walling, like triple layering the bottom part. So I mean, like, he's gonna contain Nikov quite well here. And now that he has all that center area, like the person in the chat said, he didn't really have a lot of space, but now he has all that space in the center to make a lot of buildings. And yeah, he's gonna probably be doing pretty good here. And look at all the houses there by Nikov. I mean, he's really restricted now in terms of, like, you know.
Okay, so by the way, or did we mention it? I don't think we did. Nikov is about to reach Imperial in a few seconds, so 2618. Just getting Loom now, and he's moving out with Onagers and Eagles. So Eagles and, in the long run, Siege Onagers is the plan here from Nikov, apparently.
It's interesting, the Eagles, but I guess it makes sense. Eagles early on because you're not gonna have the resources for.
Yeah, you can't go mask Jaguars at minute 26, I think.
No.
Ah, this is even trapped here, so yep, that is safe.
Do they get fortified walls? I don't think he'd want to get it. They do get it, but he's not going to get it. I think it might be a little bit too expensive food-wise, and he wants to MbL. He has the relics, but obviously he doesn't have the.
I mean, we'll definitely see siege onagers here from Nikov, so yeah, walls become irrelevant at that stage. Okay, so MbL managed to wall. One poor villager dying. Was this actually? I was about to say it was the first kill, but no, there was other kills before that. Trebuchet moving out.
Oh yeah, so MbL's not even thinking. He's not even thinking Eagles. He's thinking Jaguars all the way. By the way, MbL's got a monk with a relic by his stone there. It still hasn't moved in, so we'll see. It's not really that important right now, but I wonder how long that monk's been there for. This gives him a really big advantage though, because you can see that MbL can just go right up to the wall, shoot the mangonel, and then GB.
Yeah.
And you know, the eco advantage that Nikov might have had from booming right away, really is non-existent now, because now MbL has plenty of time to just catch up in villagers, and yeah.
I'll just take a quick look at the resources collected in total. So 10,000 food for Nikov, 8.3 for MbL. Wood, big advantage for Nikov. Gold, fairly similar, 4.4 to 4.1. Units created, more for Nikov. So overall, a better boom so far for Nikov. MbL, well, obviously he spent quite some villager time and resources on the walls. Didn't think it was made such a big impact, and now the monastery with the relics got destroyed, but well, he's getting more monasteries. That's fine.
Hightower in the chat said that he doesn't think that siege onagers are going to be a thing, and, because of the monks, because of the range of the monks and like the HP of the monks, and that's actually probably a really good point. They might not actually be thinking. Yeah. I probably should refrain from even talking strategy in these types of situations.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I was only talking from, you know, experience with 1v1 Aztecs on Arabia. You get to see siege honors sometimes. Yeah, but on Black Forest,
yeah, exactly.
I don't want to make any, you know, well, judgments here or, you know, guesses. I'm guessing, really, speculating, no idea.
Wouldn't Siege Onager, Jaguars, and like maybe an Eagle mix better though than just Eagles and Monks? Couldn't you just kill the Monks with the Eagles and then make I don't know, maybe that'd be good. I don't know, MbL's, let's see, MbL's, oh, I just got another castle, okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a struggle. At least that killing the monastery reminded MbL to move that monk in.
Honestly, 1v1, Black Forest, Aztec War, I don't want to make any calls. Let's just go with play by play and see what they're doing, and then maybe analyze afterwards, maybe. Yeah, lots of monk upgrades coming in now. Sanctity, Illumination.
Are eagles faster in the balance match here?
In terms of movement speed?
I don't know, somebody said super speedy eagles.
Yes, I think...
Are they faster?
I think they move slightly faster, but I have to have a look at the exact numbers. Oh wait. Actually, the game is also catching up a little bit, so the the units moved a little bit faster, so that might have skewed the view a little. But there was a tiny little change in movement speed as well. So
yeah, MbL's in a good position here, I think, still, because you think if stuff like this Treb War goes on for a long time, right? Then Nikov's really limited because, you know, for each gold pile he can make 3 Trebs, but if they keep trading Trebs like this, right, MbL's going to be on top because obviously he's got all the extra relics. So Nikov's going to have to... Still okay, he's still in an okay position, especially because he's pushed that main gold of MbL. But MbL's running out of gold, you can see himself inside his own base. So both of them have their own problems, I guess. MbL kind of needs to push that middle area, and Nikov needs to keep, Yeah,
good point. One trebuchet from MbL is actually focusing other buildings here from Nikov. Not sure if that was intentional or just the trebuchet focusing a house there. Okay, Eagles are in now. Let's see how this goes. And here come the Jaguar Warriors. They're not elite yet. So, what's it called? Garland Wars from Aztecs has been researched. So it's a 9+8 attack for them now.
I think... Let me check on that. Hightower asked how long will it take the relics to bring in more gold than the Dying Maiden gold contains. Love, dude.
Well,
I'll get you the answer.
I'm looking at Relic gold now, and it's 1,500 gold for MbL already, and 0 Relic gold for Nikov. That's something to, you know, keep in mind. Nikov will have to do a hell lot of microing here if he wants to deal with these Jaguar Warriors. Now they're elite, and Blast Furnace is coming in for MbL. Still, the Eagles are doing a pretty good job. The healing from the monk also plays a big role. That is not to be underestimated here. Okay. Well, looked like a good fight for Nikov. Trebuchets are going down, and his own trebuchets are following up, targeting castles. Oh, but it's more and more Jaguars coming out. Nikov needs to micro, like convert as many as possible.
That trebuchet just killed that monk.
Maybe. And the Mangonel targeting trebuchets.
I think you gotta if you're MbL, you gotta focus on killing the monks first. Instead of killing
both
the
expensive, right? Monks and traps.
Wow, this is looking good for Nikov now.
Yeah, MbL using the market already.
Using the market to buy the gold.
Well, let me check. He sold wood, so yeah, not much at this point. Like 1,000 wood at minute 40. The Aztecs.
That ain't looking good for MbL, I guess. I just feel like, kind of like Hightower is talking about the monks. I think the monks are just adding a lot of efficiency.
Yes.
You know, they're converting the Eagle Warriors, they're healing the
Absolutely.
They're converting the Jaguars, they're healing the Eagles. I think he's getting a lot of value there. And yeah, it doesn't look like MbL is going to be able to hold. I think MbL, like, I think his strategy was actually okay, it just, maybe not the right unit composition. Maybe he should have added monks or something.
I'm just looking at the army tab here in the spectator overlay. Only 12 units out for MbL, and it's 30 eagles for Nikov and 11 monks. Also Siege, no more trebuchets or anything left, mangonels, whatever, for MbL.
Yeah, I think this is. I think it's toast. Yeah, GG.
GG. Yeah, I think was a good point. I showed the army tab here because that should explain why he called GG now. Some people might wonder.
I think it.
Well, MbL. He walled out the gold. I mean, why is he complaining about the gold now? He could have mined it instead of walling it out.
I don't think he would have gotten it anyways. I think that Nikov probably would have put a tower on it if he had seen him taking it.
Okay.
But,
okay. Okay, I'm just clicking through the achievements. I think we've seen pretty much what was going on. Updating the scoreboard. So this makes it 2-0. Favor of Nikov here, and oh, there's a bet running, so Nikov took this game. Oh, it was a close one. Lots of people bet their gold on MbL. Biggest winner was again Adrian Goran. He won another contest earlier today, so good job there. And I'll start the contest, or the bets really, for game number 3. So that's the home map for Nikov. And yes, let's go. Here comes the next bet. And the spectator countdown has not started yet. So was there anything on the chat we've missed? I think we both kept an eye on the chat, right? So still, for the viewers, if you have a question, just shoot now. Now is a good moment.
I'm going to be looking to Hightower to give us advice on the strategies for this next game. I think last game he was probably on point with the strategy. We didn't see Siege on her at all. Very disappointing.
Okay, spectator countdown has started. It's gonna be just another minute now. You can see the bet on the overlay, guys. Okay, the game's about to start already.
So this is Nikov's home map? Or...
It's Nikov's home map, yeah.
Okay, it's Arabia, or can they not pick Arabia?
Ooh. No, Arabia is not in the map pool. Let me know when you're in.
I'm in, but I'm gonna have to go back again because for some reason whenever it starts it just gives me... it looks like the... Yeah.
There might be a fix, but I'll tell you later. Anyway, so the map is Sand Maze. The interesting thing about this map is that this sand area here, well, I have a terrain mod that makes it look like a rocky or like a desert area. Is that ships can actually sail on this sand area, so that makes water control really important on this map. So imagine you can control all the entire area from the 7 o'clock position here to the 1 o'clock position, like straight through. You can basically deny your enemy to set foot on your, you know, land or side of the map. And yeah, that's why I think we'll most definitely see docks here, even if it's maybe not worth for the fish here, it's just tiny shorefish there. But water control is really crucial on this map. Then civilizations. Nikov actually went for... It's a player in blue, by the way, if anyone can't read it. And MbL is the player in red, and he went for Huns. Right. So... Huns against Mongols, well, from Mongols you'd always expect a faster feudal time, because that's kind of their thing. Potentially abuse that, you know, to get an upper hand on water, or, you know, in galley count. And... Ra is in the chat. Hello, Ra. Yes, actually Katsuni has been casting tons and tons in the last 3-4 weeks. Alright, there's a pause now. Are you in, by the way, JoRo?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. Right. We just have to wait for the pause to end and for the game to sync again. Let's just have a look at maps, if there's any map bug, because that was kind of not great. I didn't check that in one game. But on this map, everything looks okay, I think. Nothing really to complain or call it bugged. So I'm trying to remember other games I've seen on this map, or, well, in this tournament. Mongols. Well, it's a fairly open map, so if Mongols, you know, don't make it really count in early Feudal Age, oh, that was close from MbL with the board, then they need to boom up to Imperial.
Oh, kill this boar. Does he get a restart?
Did he?
Was it 4 minutes? Is it 4 minutes or 5 minutes?
It's a 4-minute. It's a 4-minute restart, but MbL, well, Nikov offered a restart, so that's cool.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain here. Nikov offers the restart even 1 minute later, then that is great behavior, you know, like sportsmanship. And
now this next game, MbL is gonna lame his boar.
yeah, MbL will show his gratitude with laming. All right. Question from the chat, where's the passion? Well, it's 11:30 here, to be honest. And so, yeah, starting to get, well, not really tired, but I think in general I'm a more, you know, relaxed kind of guy. So I'm not a screamer, or, you know, I get hyped at every mangonel shot. Not like that. Yeah, people are discussing like the restart, but no, there is nothing to discuss really. MbL said well, the boar got killed by the TC 1 minute after the restart time, and Nikov said, well, do you want a restart? I'm okay with it. So everyone else is okay with it. Carlos is, he's an administrator or a host of this tournament, and I am, so it's all good.
Yeah, that was nice of him to do. I'm sure that there's probably a good number of people in the tournament that probably wouldn't have done the same, especially for MbL.
Yeah.
But that was cool.
Oh, game is about to start, I think. Pause the music. Starting. And we're in. Great. Gonna reveal the map. Nikov in blue for me. Oh, let's actually check the colors. Yeah, now we can look at the actual colors. So Nikov is green and MbL plays in red. And the map and the civilizations had to stay the same, of course. So it's Nikov with Mongols and MbL with Huns on Sand Maze. Again, just for everyone who's tuned in, the sand area can be used by ships, so water control is super important. On this map there's even some big fish, so we will most definitely see docks in the middle, just to get, you know, not so much the fish, but more the water control and, well, map control. And then let's see how it goes in the balance patch with Mongols against Huns.
Wonder if Nikov just wants to get like a fast up and then just get control of the sand, and then from that point just, I don't know, I kind of wonder if, like, obviously he picked Mongols for a reason, right? He didn't just pick it to, right, he obviously wants to get that early advantage.
Yeah.
I don't think he picks it for the manga dice, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, it is his home map, and this tournament has been going on for 2 months at least. 2.5 months, pretty sure. And so Nikov knows the map pool. It is a tiny map pool because, you know, we didn't want the players to practice like 1,000 maps. That's no point. And he knows the balance changes with this patch. So I'm pretty sure he made up his mind and he has a plan here. That's Nikov. With MbL, you never know. No, shouldn't tease MbL too much, but he's a fun guy, so he'll be able to take it.
I'm sure he's. I mean, Hans is a good, like on normal water maps. Hans is a good civ, so it makes sense to, you know.
Yeah.
I call it a re.
Okay, Nikov called it a re, which is fair enough because the players have 2 restarts. Remember, guys, this is the final stage, so there's money on the line. Every single game is worth $10, give or take. You know, they actually can lose $10 if they lose a game. Something goes wrong in Dark Age. I didn't really see what wrong, but Nikov is allowed.
Yeah, it's actually, there's probably something that has to do with his strategy and what he's going for that he probably didn't like about that last map. Maybe it was his gold. His main gold is right next to the sand there, so maybe he was a little bit concerned about that. So not sure exactly. His map looked fine aside from maybe that. So maybe that was what set him off.
Right.
Maybe I wonder if they've made an arrangement where MbL gives Nikov his re.
Yeah, it's all about the rating, you know, on the balance ladder. That's so important. All right.
This Bye Man was awarded 45 points. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So game 3, Nikov's up 2-0, huh? Did Nikov pick this map against Backed as well, or no?
I'm not sure whose home map it was, but this map got played, for sure. I don't remember the exact order.
Huh. Kinda interesting.
Yeah. Oh wait, I should pause the music again because they're not wasting time here, so that's good. About to start. Yeah.
I feel like a map like this where you make and pre-make a strategy, I think definitely gives you an advantage. Like last map, I think you know, I think that playing on Black Forest is probably to some benefit of MbL. But the thing is that I think both of them really understood what kind of meta was for that type of map, or at least they were both on the same page in terms of what strategies they kind of wanted to go for. So it didn't give MbL as much of an advantage, whereas I think Nikov really has a strategy for this map. And he's, I mean, there's a really good reason why he picked Mongols. And again, I think it's got to do with got to do something with it. I think it has to do something with getting up fast. I can't imagine anything else other than that. Like that food economy just has to really be important.
I think so too. And well, in general, you can probably say that when Aztecs get a little bit nerfed, Mayans and Huns get a little bit nerfed, then the other civilizations who are up there, you know, like Britons, like Mongols, they move up indirectly, right? So Mongols are pretty good in 1v1, but I'd probably prefer Britons still, or maybe, well, Celts are good, but, well, Mongols, yeah, it must be something about the early feudal uptime. What is MbL doing? What is MbL doing? Do you see that?
Yep. Trying to lame the deer so that he doesn't get that advantage, apparently. It's kind of risky, though. I mean...
Is it worth it? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to make... I think he understands that's the bonus that Nikov's probably going for, and he's trying to...
Yeah, hunting bonus.
Are those villagers? Okay, they are loomed.
Oh, is he going for the boar? And he's getting... Oh no, he's passing by. And villagers, who's first? Oh, MbL, what is he doing? MbL, he trapped the villager. Bye-bye. And can he? No. Restart.
It's about to be the bye-bye villager.
And Nikov is laughing. And it's before the 4-minute mark, so it's all good. What the hell? Seriously? Let's just go back. MbL. What's there to say, really?
Honestly, those types of moves, though, I mean, people think that it's kind of like it's a kind of a I don't know, disrespectful. The word I want to use I can't use, but yeah. They think it's kind of disrespectful, but I honestly don't know if that would have really helped him that much. I think it hurts him when he has those villagers forward like that quite a bit.
Obviously, if you send the first few villagers forward, those are the crucial vills you need to get in the food. Yeah.
Imagine if he loses, like, if he hits two wolves, right? If he hits 2 wolves, then he's just gonna lose the villager, and that would be really bad. So I don't think it really helps him that much. I think I don't know. Probably just messing around or something. We'll see if he does it again, because this is the game that counts, right? Because neither of them have a restart, right? Oh, they do have 1 left. Oh.
Yeah, it's the final stage, so it's 2 restarts in total for 5 games.
Okay. So now, can they restart this map again? They can use 2 restarts on the same map again?
Well, it was different people. Once it was Nicov and once it was MbL.
Right, so they, okay.
Yeah, so that's okay, yeah.
Wow. So this is just a round robin though, okay.
Yeah. Well, people are discussing, was it disrespectful or was it actually retarded? Well, it was a laming attempt.
It's whatever. I mean, I think he's probably good enough at it now where he's probably can get an advantage in certain situations, but there's definitely situations where MbL puts himself back behind, you know, because of it. I think the main thing is just to kind of keep your cool if you're getting lamed, and then, you know, just stay calm, because the person that's laming usually is just getting like super excited, like they're just like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, and I think that as long as you just stay calm as the person getting lamed and just keep thinking, probably be okay.
Right, so someone asked about the patch. Huns get in regular AOC a big discount on cavalry archers. That's why in 1v1 Arabia you mostly see cav archers. Here the discount got reduced a little bit, and for Mongols I think the hunting bonus was changed at some points, but now it's I think back to normal. So there's no super big changes to Mongols really. The fire delay for Mangudai got changed a little, so they don't, you know, fire instantly anymore, which was probably the thing that made them, well, OP and the best unit in the game. Right. Okay, then about the map, again, sorry for repeating myself, just for the people who tune in, or who watch this later on YouTube maybe. So, the players will most likely go for a dock here, not because of the awesome fish and the tons of fish there, but to get map control. What were they talking about?
The sheep, maybe.
Sheep from who?
I don't know. Well, MbL was complaining earlier about how the sheep are so far away, and now I don't know. What are they really going for? They're just going for like these perfect. Oh, Nikov lost a vill as well, so.
Well, we have to keep track though. Who called the restart?
Nikov called it, I think.
Okay, this is...
Microphone muted.
Oh, gosh, this is like the longest. Hopefully this doesn't happen in the other series, like where they just keep calling restarts. It's the games.
No, I mean one was a bugged map, so that's really no one's fault.
Oh yeah, the bug map, and now you have 3 restarts on this one. So.
Microphone muted. Microphone active.
I think we gotta. You got.
Yeah, we can ask
like
Carlos.
golf. Huh?
Microphone muted.
I'm pretty sure Nikov called it. He lost a villager and he was complaining, so.
Microphone activated.
Well, the thing is, I think they're both rather chilled. Like Nikov, he gave a restart 1 minute late, right? And MbL is usually cool starts. Not with everything, I know that, but no, he's a cool guy as well. And if they're both okay, it's all good. You know, admins are just there to settle a dispute, and if there's no dispute, no reason to.
Yeah, no, they've been good.
Intervene.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you're at when you're playing the game at the highest level, I mean, you don't want to be the person that comes off as the always complaining, right? That's kind of.
Yeah, but then again, if there's like thousands of dollars on the line, then you kind of check the rules and you try to, you know, defend your position. That I understand.
Gotta make it like golf and just play it as lies. Even with the boar in the wood, you gotta chop it out.
Well, we've had that, like, no restarts, but I think if money's on the line, that's sometimes bad. The map decides the outcome.
Yeah. I mean, like in StarCraft, like the maps are almost they're like the same, right? And
symmetrical.
So AOC, the nice thing with AOC is that the maps are, you know, variable, but yeah, sometimes the maps are a little bit strange.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just go through the routine now. So the map is called Sand Maze. The players will probably go for a dock and to get water control, simply because ships can sail on the sand area. And since this has been like restarted a couple of times now, this is it. Let's focus on the players and their civilizations. Again, Mongols for Nikov. Both JoRo and me, we kind of expect Nikov to go up rather quickly. He's here the player in green. Because yeah, Mongols with their hunting bonus. And here the water control is important, so yeah, fast feudal probably. And with MbL, well, it's an open map. So hunts are always great, I guess.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I just have not seen this map played before, so I don't even want to. Yeah. I'm gonna. If I were to guess, I'd probably be wrong, and then I'd look like an idiot later. So
yeah, this map we kind of rediscovered it. It's part of the light random map pack, which was used in big tournaments in 2013, 14. So not so much in 2016 or this year. All right.
Yeah.
MbL wanted to lame a boar. He built a palisade wall to get the boar, but he did not manage to get it. And now, does he have loom? He does have loom, but the villager will die. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, Nikov got both boars under his TC. Right. So that's one villager down for MbL. And yeah.
And no restart. Oh. Right? No restart, yeah.
MbL, meh, he's not happy.
Oh, he had like 3 seconds to call restart there at that point.
Yep.
Wait. Okay, no worries.
Nikov is not gonna offer anything now at this point. I think that would be a stretch here to offer again. I don't think so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Alright, yeah, so they're both.
Okay, so tons and tons of sheep there for Nikov. Both boars eaten up already. That was a deer. Could use, but well, not a big deal. MbL doing? Is he trying to push the deer away? Is he trying to be a nuisance there?
Yeah, it's like much of a factor.
MbL going forward again with a villager. What's the plan? Let me check the resources. Yeah, he can afford a dog. Okay, so
Nikov was even able. He's even able to. Okay, I think does MbL have loom yet? So I think that's. Yeah, he's got loom. So
he had loom straight away.
Yeah, so Nikov's already had a pretty good advantage.
Yeah, that's what I wondered. You know, the first time we saw this map, like, is it really worth it? Like, to get loom much earlier than usual and then send villagers forward? Like, the first time it was 2 villagers, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Debatable, but well, it's MbL's thing. He, you know, he has like lame everywhere on his channel, so that's what he does. Oh yeah, and it's not against the rules, so it's okay.
Yeah. I think the boars, like, they do more damage, right? If I remember correctly. Oh, look, the scouts are right next to each other, and.
Oh, and now payback time. Nikov stealing sheep, and you're right. By the way, boars do more damage in this balance patch. Aiming is not impossible, but it becomes harder.
Mm-hmm.
So your micro has to be on point with. Because honestly, like the level I play at, what is it, 1550 to 1650? You know, that range. There people can lame. You know, like you get lamed hard.
Dude, when I play against players at like 1600s, if I see somebody laming me, I just am like, thank you for laming me, because they always like they'll lose a villager or they'll idle time on their town center or whatever. So I'm just like, or I'll just be like, good luck, you know, good luck in getting that boar back to your base. I've had people like, you know, and I've done this too, where like I'll try to steal a boar and then the scout will die and then I'll just like resign. I'll just be like, wow, I suck at this game.
No, that's the thing. At that level, of course, people know how to lame and they know that it is a thing, but they mess it up. Like when I lame, something goes wrong. Like I idle the town center, or I lose my own villager to the boar, or something bad happens, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't lame too much. That's the reason.
Yeah, I mean, you still see it at the higher levels. I mean, they still make mistakes like that. So it's not like they're just more consistent with the ability to get back. Looks like MbL might be going for fast cat. Well, I'm not sure.
He's 1 villager down, and he had lots of idle time, early loom. So I think it's a fair decision now to wall up and try to go or get to Castle Age somehow, because in Feudal, Mongols are pretty strong. Okay, so, well, Nikov is up already. First galley is out, and MbL just clicked up to Feudal. So he will try to go straight Castle Age.
Oh, so you can already see Nikov's going to be ahead by quite a few villagers. He's going to be up by 2 fishing ships, and, well, he's going to be ahead by 1 villager, but be ahead by 5 fishing ships.
Not even sure why MbL sent a villager forward to build a dock after he lost the 1 villager, because it was kind of clear that he would be up to Feudal Age much later.
Yeah, that definitely did not pay off for him. Yeah, that wasn't the greatest. I think it gave him a little extra food, but I don't think it was worth it.
Just had to laugh a little. People are calling GG already, and now I think it's a bit early to call it, to be honest. So no, game is not over if you lose 1 villager in Dark Age, obviously, but it's a disadvantage for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Nikov kind of realizes at this point the only way he's gonna lose is if MbL does like some really sneaky land attack, so he's just stonewalling to be safe, and it is getting kind of to the point where it's gonna be really difficult for MbL to come back because of this. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, Nikov, if you're in Nikov's position, you know you're a villager ahead. You got 6 fishing ships on the main. I mean, he's gonna be able to get up to. Will he be able to get up to Castle Age faster? No, but he's probably gonna be not that far behind, and he's gonna be fully stonewalled. So, yeah, he'll be in playing a good position.
Okay, so Nikov is actually stonewalling, so he's probably thinking, okay, right back at you. If you're building palisade walls, I'll go for stone walls straight away. Well, he's taking tons of area there. How many golds does he have in his base? So that's 1 extra.
3, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
The main gold and 2 secondary ones. There's 1 gold in the, let's say, 6 o'clock position. Secondary ones. No, looks more or less okay. Can secure or focus on one area really where there's 3 golds, 1 stone. You can focus on that area.
Yeah, I mean, look at MbL clicked up earlier, but watch, Nikov should be clicking up in like 2 seconds here.
Will be fine. Let's go to his
Now
point
he's
of
up.
view.
He's gonna be up. Yeah,
Yes.
he's gonna be about a little over a half minute later, but he's fully walled, fully stonewalled. I mean, the only thing that could have maybe caused him to lose an advantage in this game is if MbL got up faster and did damage with cav archers. But now that that's not going to be possible, you know. And then the other thing is, can you even build on this? Can you build on this? You can't build a dock on the sand, right? On the shore, or on the. You can only build on the water, right?
Yes, you need water to build the dock. Yeah, exactly.
Can you build on the actual sand? Or well, I'm guessing you probably can. Like, can you build buildings on that sandy part, or no?
I think you can build walls, but you cannot build anything else. But I'd have to double check, to be honest.
So Nikov now, oh yeah, I guess that would be a good question, because if that's the case, then how would MbL like reestablish control of that water area?
Correct. That's why water control is so important. Right.
Now he can.
What is MbL trying to do now? Let's go to his point of view, see what the villager does. MbL is trying to redock. Like, seriously? Does he think that Nikov will not notice?
Yeah, the villager's gonna die now. I think that villager's dead. Now he's 2 hills behind.
There's
maybe
still no
not, we'll see.
ballistics, so could get away.
You rush the villager. You can't hit the. Oh, I think he could have gotten that villager. He just needed to get closer to it
a
first.
little more, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Too much probably.
Yeah, I don't know. So let me ask Carlos really quick.
You can type in the chat, yeah. Right. Okay, so well, the fish belongs to Nikov. That is another advantage, and well, almost 500 score lead. Almost 500 score lead for Nikov. MbL going for cavalry archers. Just a sec.
Yeah, so Carlos said you can't build on the sand. So basically, MbL has like 0 chance at reclaiming the water, and yeah.
Sorry, back. There was like a podcast on my phone going on. I don't know why that happened. Right. Okay, MbL moving out with cav archers. Or sorry, was I interrupting?
No, I was just saying that he can't build a castle on the sand, so there's literally no way that he's gonna. I mean, the only way he can get back on water is if he can find a way to redock, but I don't know if that's gonna even be possible.
No, a castle, I was pretty sure you can't. I wasn't really sure about the walls, but that's a detail, I guess.
Can MbL get in here with this gate, or no?
No, I think that's just a bug with Mayan gates for some strange reason. That got fixed, by the way, in this patch. Anyway, It is fixed in some patch, for sure. User patch, there's so many patches around lately.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Nikov's just going 4 TC boom. I honestly, like, MbL, I don't know how he's gonna manage here. Once the Mangadai, or I mean, once he gets Imperial Age and gets... Yeah, let's not look too far ahead, but...
MbL will try to boom like hell here, because obviously Huns get a slight eco advantage. Mongols don't have any economy advantage after hunt is gone, boars and deer. And can get back into this game. Villager count is crucial now. 52 against 44. Obviously the fish that helped them.
Is there any maps that are kind of like Bedouins, where it's like really open, and is there any maps like that in this patch, or
Yeah.
are a lot of the maps?
For example, Duopoly is super open.
Yeah.
Steppe is super open. So
Okay.
some open maps, and if you think of Chaos or Migration Plus, that are super aggressive maps too.
Mhm.
I mean,
Okay, cool.
this is really down to like MbL's laming attempt here. If he hadn't, you know, butchered that attempt here and lost the villager like that, both players would have been a little bit more aggressive. But this is basically MbL's only chance to win this game, is to boom up a little now. And to strike in early Imperial. I mean, or I think the only chance that MbL really has is early Imperial Cavaliers, because Mongols cannot really deal with Cavaliers +4 armor, and later on Paladins win. They only get pikemen and their cannons are not that great.
Yeah. I have a question. What is the point of the fire ships? Do you have any idea of why fire ships over?
Fire chips got a little bit buffed in this patch.
Okay, so they'd be stronger against like range units, or?
No, I think he just got the fire ships.
I'm just. Are they like the Knights of the Water now or something?
Oh, no.
When you're against land units, are they like a lot better?
Sorry, what I meant was fire ships are pretty...
Oh, they're strong, yeah, I see.
are strong against ships mostly, but I don't know why Nikov got fire ships here to deal with cavalry archers or with rain. We've definitely gone for galleys.
No, well, I think that I just saw one of them attacking a cav archer who was actually killing it quite fast, so.
As they do... They do crazy damage, but you can always out-micro them, you know? Just run away.
Can you though? They're pretty fast. Aren't those ships like faster than?
Than cavalry archers? They
Checking
might,
right now.
They might. But you know, cavalry archers can always run on the land, you know,
yeah.
the green
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
rather unintuitive, if you ask me, to get fire ships against cav archers. Even on this map.
Yeah, they're actually the same. They're like the same speed, I think. Yeah, they're like basically the same speed.
Alright, so MbL was, well, scouting the map, trying to get in somewhere and raid, but obviously Nicov stopped warning and nope, nothing to do. And
yeah.
Second castle coming up, Imperial Age for Nikov, 2854.
Nice.
Yep.
MbL isn't even up yet.
MbL getting handcart, gold mining, Nikov Botkin arrow, gold shaft mining.
Yeah, I think, are they both on, okay, 4GC? Yeah, just the early fish eco, I mean, being up those extra couple of villagers and then having the early fishing ships definitely helped Nikov go into like a faster boom. And now, obviously, you can see in his Imperial Age time, it's just that much faster because of it. MbL, meanwhile, let's check his eco here. He's not even like, I don't even know, I don't understand why he's not clicking up. I guess he's just trying to boom more, but now I guess maybe he was a little bit caught off guard by Nikov's Imperial Age time. Because it just seems like at this point it would be very difficult to try to go for like a full. He's not gonna be able to do. He's not gonna be able to do a full castle age. So yeah, you can see he's waiting. He's just waiting to go up now. I don't even think he's making any villagers. Yeah, he's just gonna buy his way up. There's a little bit caught off guard a little bit by the.
Did you see it already?
Yeah, they just called it.
I mean, that was the Imperial Age time from Nikov, and MbL knew, okay, I can't really catch up. He was still behind in the villager count. So sorry guys, this was so anticlimactic. Yeah, and all the restarts, you know, for this game, not really worth it. But well, it is what it is. Thanks MbL. No, kidding. Let's just go back.
Well, just like when you play this passive and you have, or when both players are playing like defensive / passive like this, right? And one player gets a lead like Nikov got in the early game. It just like, I mean, it's just kind of like when you pull that out, or when you when you carry, you know, when the game goes forward, and you know, 30 minutes later, the person that gets that early advantage 30 minutes later is going to be just so far ahead, and it's. You know, you just kind of saw it here. I think maybe he underestimated the fishing ships, like the strength of them. But you can clearly see here that having those fishing ships basically allowed him to get up to Imperial Age like 4 minutes, probably four minutes faster, right?
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah. So I guess for everybody out there that's trying to learn something, if you ever get an early lead and then you can stonewall, well, I mean, people don't really like that in like most games, but you can see here that. You know, again, Nikov got an early lead. He stonewalled. He boomed. He got up to imp that much faster, and just the game was over. So there's the tip for that game.
That was a good tip. Someone asked where to find the brackets. There's a command on the chat. And I'm gonna start the next bet. So game number 4 will be again a home map for MbL. Added this one 4, and you guys got 5 minutes from now. I'll actually mute the mic, get a glass of water, I'll be right back, guys.
I think I said at the beginning of the stream that both of these players, they tend to play more like passive or defensive. So you see a lot of these games where one player will get a small lead, and then they just boom it out, and then try to go Imperial Age. I don't think either one of these players like plays particularly aggressive. Obviously, MbL will he'll send bills forward to try to lame and stuff like that. But as far as trying to make like a really hard push in like Feudal Age, I don't think that's what you'd expect. So a little bit. For me personally, I like to play like full feudals and stuff like that, or I like to try to play aggressive, even though I'm not very good at it. So for me as well, this is kind of a little bit slow paced, but you can learn. I mean, you can learn again. You can see the strength of getting these early leads and playing this kind of style. You know, you can see how it's good. This is actually kind of the way that a lot of top players would recommend that you play team games. So if any of you guys out there play like Arabia team games, instead of always finishing off your, you know, if you get a nice lead early on, right, against maybe your flank in a team game, you could always try to play this type of style where you get the lead and then you basically wall up and boom, and then you can see you get up to imp that much faster.
Right.
And you know, instead of trying to go for the mangonels and stuff in Castle Age, right? Especially the other thing is like in a team game, you know, you have to keep your economy on the same level as everybody else on the other team, not just your flank. But anyways, let's
let's hop into the game. We're looking at game number 4 between Nikov and MbL. It's the home map for MbL, and well, you've asked for open land maps. Here we go. This is Duopoly. Very open, very landy, and well, I guess you can compare it to a very open Arabia. Like, I think this might be harder to wall than some Arabia maps. Yeah, let's look at MbL's map, for example. He's the player in red, playing as the Huns, by the way, and his wood. He could have gone for the wood in the back, but he probably hasn't scouted it. So he's going to a rather far wood now. I hope he's not going to complain about that, because then I'll just tell him, you had a much better wood in the back and a closer one. Deer is fine. I guess he can push deer if he wants to. And okay, getting the first boar already. So yeah, this is like crazy open for MbL. Almost reminds me of what are they called, Desert or Atacama, like the super open maps. And then let's take a look at Nikov. Also Hans in green, and forests towards the side and in the back, so he can wall easier, but I wouldn't call it easy to wall at all. Right. Yeah, Nikov is pushing deer already. It's like a clean start for both players so far. There's one deer already for the second boar now. Yeah, I'm a bit worried for the wood line here from MbL. Looks such an easy target for Nikov. But he could drop a tower, he could walk in with men at arms. Scouts maybe can be countered with a spearman. But yeah, very, very tricky. I hope that MbL actually gets a second lumber camp in the back there. Has he scouted it? Let's take a look. He sees some trees in the back. So if he's really interested in a second or safer lumber camp, then he should know. Right. All right. People on the chat. It's better to watch than play. Well, I shouldn't speak. I haven't played because I'm doing organizational stuff, streaming. All right.
Every time I have to keep restarting this game.
Pardon?
I always have to restart the game for some reason.
Oh,
it just always loads.
I'm sorry. I was wondering how.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good to know then. MbL walling the middle, like trying to get. Well, I was about to say map control, but the thing is, this map is so open. That's pretty much the only spot, like this choke point here. What do you call it, a choke point? Where he can wall. There's a lot of palisades here if he wants to wall. I mean, there was Eddie earlier in the chat. I hope he's not listening anymore. Like, Eddie would probably cry if he got that map. Like, how are you supposed to wall this? Okay, and MbL actually got the lumber camp there in the safe forest in the back. I mean, it's not a huge forest, but for Feudal Age and so on, like early Castle Age, it will do. That's what matters. Scout from Nikov got a bit close to the TC, left with 21 HP there. Oh, and Banality Gaming, yes, it's been a while, hello. And yeah, MbL is really going for these long palisade walls. That's well, resources in balance patch palisades cost 3 wood instead of 2, if I'm not mistaken here, and obviously villager time here is a crucial factor. Forward barracks and archery range. Are you in the game?
Yeah, yeah, I just got in the game.
Okay. So, spearman moving forward. Nikov sees this. Oh, if Nikov can prevent the wall, then that's bad. That's bad for MbL. Spearman.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying this little, big wall there.
Yep. Long walls there. And still Nikov managed to deny them, so MbL must be not so happy about this. And counter tower. Well, counter tower, he even dropped it first.
Yeah, it's kind of a bad position for Nikov to put that. No, actually it's good, it works out. I thought you could only put like 2 villagers on that tower, but...
Nikov could have probably just, you know, deleted the tower, like his own tower, and moved to another spot. Like maybe drop the tower on the 2 goals or so. But then again, there's other goals.
Yeah, this will be good for Nikov.
Well, tower from MbL is on 80%. It should go up though. Well, 1 villager down. 2 villagers down. 3 villagers down. Wow. So that was costly.
Yeah. Well, now MbL has more military here, so it's just going to be able to take this tower down.
Well, that's...
Wow. Yeah.
That was 3 villagers and a spearman.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can see here why, I don't know, you can see like when players play like this aggressive style and it works good. I mean, it's a lot of vills down already from MbL there.
Villager count 29 to 25 right now. And MbL's town center is idling. Why, I wonder, because he has food in the bank. MbL going for the tower, but why? There's quite some army still left from Nikov.
I feel like at this point, Nikov maybe should consider like, I don't know. He's just at such a good lead right now. I don't know. Can he pull this off? Sometimes I feel like I get into this position as well, where maybe not like this good of a position, but I get into a position where I definitely take a lead, and I manage to keep trying to push, and I manage to throw it. You know, like you can see here, MbL's trying to wall the vills, and just missed it.
He tried.
But he's trying to wall. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he almost managed to wall the vills in there, and then if he would have killed the tower with the vills in it, then he would have trapped the vills, and then he would have just lost 4 vills at that point. But right now you can see Nikov's ahead by 8 villagers, and this game is just, I mean, 8 villagers that's huge. I mean, in terms of being able to get up to Castle Age, Nikov is now, I mean, he could probably get up to Castle Age 3 minutes earlier than MbL. So I mean,
So just a couple of things. MbL just said in the chat, not good, not good. Yes, I guess everyone would agree with that. And a question from the chat, why was MbL trying to wall in the tower from Nikov? Well, the tower from Nikov was about to go down, and then the villagers would, you know, be taken out of the tower. And then, if they were trapped, like walled in, the tower from MbL would have killed them. So that was the idea, the plan from MbL. MbL has 2 scouts out. We didn't watch those really, but I don't think they did a lot. One is on only 3 HP, the other one full HP, so villagers can just fight them off. Yeah, so what you're gonna see here is just MbL's just gonna try to go like towers and full feudal. There's no way that he could ever win this game. He could never get to Castle Age and win this game. So he's just gonna go crazy here. And if it doesn't work, then sending villagers forward. And he's fighting like quite some army there, like skirmishers, and GG, well played.
Yeah, well, and Nikov just
MbL, as I said, like when the wall there got denied, I mean we can see this from MbL's point of view, but from Nikov's point of view it shows that it's still open. So yeah, this got denied by only 1 scout and 1 spearman, and MbL did not go there with villagers and fight them back and close the gap. Yeah, like I don't know why he even tried to wall this. It's pretty much impossible to wall. He should have just dropped army buildings in front of the gold, in my opinion, and then roll with it, see what happens.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, because he's a good player. I mean, it's not like he cannot take a game from Nikov ever, like.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I see with MbL sometimes, is that he likes to do the early walls. And actually the other day I was trying it out myself to see, like, because obviously he gets up in there in rating and he's a good player. Obviously I think that maybe his weakness is kind of in the early game, but so I was trying this earlier, and I think that what he does, where he walls and then does like kind of like a later feudal age, a little later aggression. I think that's a valid strategy, but there's definitely some weaknesses to it, and one of them is, well, one of them is if you have a lot to wall, obviously it can be costly, and I think Nikov was kind of somewhat aware. Like I didn't see the beginning, but maybe he saw that MbL started to wall, so he was just thinking like, all right, I'm just gonna go really aggressive here, and he's going to be behind, obviously, because he's already spent so much time walling, right? And then that gave Nikov kind of the opening to do the damage, and then, of course, he just executed it. He executed really well there with the tower, and, you know, I think if MbL had less to wall there, he would have been fine. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but, you know, I don't know. That's why I kind of want to see that. I kind of wanted to see like that type of map for this game because I think that it'd be more interesting. I think both players have the potential to do something good early on, but yeah, I don't know. I think Nikov's a little bit more open to forwarding as well because he plays doesn't play as kind of defensive, I guess.
Well, next home map will be Nicov, and I'm going out on a limb, maybe a little, but I think it's gonna be a watery map, maybe Chaos, maybe Migration Plus, maybe Loch Ness, who knows. Yeah, because MbL likes his land maps and wallable maps. Oh, the game has started already. The bets are running, and the map for Nikov Game 5 will be... Ooh, I was wrong, so wrong. Not water at all. It's gonna be EGC Desert. Oh. Desert, again, is inspired by Gold Rush, but it's not, you know, 2-3 big chunks of gold, but it's several smaller gold piles. And what else is there to say? There are no wolves, so sorry for the viewers here. We're not gonna see a wolf train, and you know, like T90 style woo here all over the place. But it's, you know, the balance tournament, so it's about, you know, fairness. If one player is much closer to the gold, then it's obviously an advantage, and if one player actually wants to get a boar and gets attacked by wolves, then that's not great either. So yeah, that's been taken out of this map and made more competitive here. Small.
Yeah, so this will be another interesting game because again they're just very open. So we'll see kind of what they do. Again, this is I think a little bit out of MbL's element because again he likes to do the walls, and I don't think here he's going to be able to. But maybe he's considering. They paused it. Did they say why?
Yes, it's a
the game paused for you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wonder if he's considering doing a restart. Probably not. I mean, this map's probably in general pretty open, so.
Did something happen?
Just have to live.
Did something happen? Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
All right. So you're in the game already, or did you have to?
Yeah, I'm in the game.
Okay.
We're good. No, we're good.
Oh, good. Right. So just to cover the basics. So we have Nikov in the green, playing as Huns, and we haven't mentioned it really, MbL, Byzantines. So we've seen some awesome games from Dowd today, playing Byzantines against Leary. And game number 1, oh, should I spoil it? Let's just put it like that. Dowd managed to take a game there with Byzantines. I'm not gonna say which one and how he did it, but Byzantines are apparently a competitive civilization against Huns on open land maps.
Yeah, no, they're pretty. I mean, the cheaper units, the cheaper skirms and spears and stuff is pretty good. Even on this map, it's kind of interesting because, like, obviously it's kind of like has a gold rush theme to it. Playing as Byzantines, if you're out of gold for whatever period of time, at least the trash units you are making are cheaper, so kind of somewhat compete with the gold units of the other player. So that's good for MbL, I guess, to pick that.
Hey, Nikov,
yeah.
pushing deer. Go ahead.
I expect like another aggressive game here. Well, that'd be nice.
And
be nice for the viewers.
for the viewers and for us too, of course. And looking at well, both Nikov's and MbL's maps, they're really open towards the center. Like in the back, yeah, they can wall off left and right if they want to, but towards the center, the gold area, it's super hard to wall. Maybe MbL can drop a few army buildings in front of his main gold and then shield his map a little, but towards the right hand side it's super open. I don't see how he wants to wall that. Maybe again with a super long palisade, like more than a screen for me, but sounds realistic.
Here goes Nikov with the boar steel.
Boar steel, so payback time.
Did he only get hit? Did he get hit twice with that boar and it did that much damage?
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. Like
what? Does that much damage?
I don't remember the exact number it was increased to, you know, like how much damage the board does now. But yes, it was increased, so they're hitting hard now.
Dang, that's strong.
You gotta hone your micro there to steal boars. Alright.
Yeah, well this will be a huge lead early on for Nikov.
Yep. I was gonna say lame BL got lamed. And honestly, I think MbL might be a bit salty after these games. Like, he tried to do something on the Sand Maze map, and well, not a great series for MbL. I mean, the score kind of reflects it, 4-0 so far. And now the boar is gone. Let's see what he does.
I don't know how much MbL was playing before the series though, but I mean, I'm sure he's used to playing a lot of games in the day, but it's getting pretty late for him as well, so I don't think that helps him at all in terms of being able to play it at his best. So
yeah, no, that's actually a fair point. MbL has not been playing too much in the last 2 weeks or so, if I'm not mistaken. And again, I was traveling over, you know, Easter, and had from last year only in March, and yeah, stuff like that. Okay.
Alright, so I wonder if Nikov's going to try to build scouts here, because the thing is obviously if he were to get forward it wouldn't be great, but he has like his scout still alive, and I think he can just, as long as he keeps his scout in between his base and MbL's base, he'll be able to tell whether or not MbL's going for a forward against him. And scouts would actually be pretty good. He doesn't want to necessarily go into a trash war because that's going to give MbL a lot of value. So yeah, you see him going for the stable here. Just again, he's making sure that MbL's not sneaking vills over. So he's doing a really good job scouting here.
Scouts always on the move.
Yeah, that was actually one thing a decision I've always struggled with is whenever I have a bad map, I just kind of automatically go into a very like aggressive or defensive type stance. But as long as you keep your scout active and you can, you know, make sure that they're not forwarding you. Even if you have a bad map, you can still do kind of like passive strategies, I would say, like scouts. So, yeah, he did a really good job here.
Question from the chat. What does EGC stand for? It's every game counts, and well, it's basically about the final stage. So every game we're watching here is $10 for the winner, and $10 less actually for the loser. So yeah, that's the idea of this tournament. And just to, you know, balance out the prices a little. If someone wins, let's say a best of 9, like 5-4, then I don't think it's fair that the winner gets everything. I know it's kind of a tradition in AOC, but this is to balance things out a little bit, which again goes with the theme, you know, balance.
Yeah, it just I mean, the one thing I guess is a little bit disappointing is the fact that Huns have been used on, well, they've been picked what, 4 or 5 times now?
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, maybe they need a little bit more nerfing. They're still getting picked, but again, people are comfortable playing Huns, so they just pick it anyways. Even, you know, if they're not maybe as good, they just kind of like psychologically are just comfortable playing with them. So.
Yeah, like players like Spring, for example, they just love their Huns, right?
Yeah, he's got to play Huns, yeah.
I think Viper actually decided in the earlier rounds, I should really check if he's still doing that, to go with Britons. So Britons actually can really hammer Huns in this patch. and other civilizations are viable. Like we've seen a lot of Celts, we've seen Japanese quite a lot. So yeah, so far it does what it's supposed to, like balance the civilizations a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So Nikov here switching into skirms, which makes sense, right? He's got to deal with the pikes. This would be good for Nikov. I mean, this is exactly how Nikov kind of wanted it to go, I think. You know, he's getting good value now. The pikes aren't going to really get much value because they're going to get cleaned up by the skirms pretty quick here. So overall, just a good, very good start for Nikov. And then for MbL, it's been, I mean, MbL hasn't really made any mistakes. It's just he obviously got the boar taken, and he was kind of forced into the skirms and spears just because he's Byzantines, I guess.
Yep. And I mean, we have to keep in mind, MbL lost the boar there to Nikov, so he's doing well considering that. Yeah,
for sure. Sure, I think I wonder if Nikov will actually switch into archers and try to go like an archer scout combo, or if he's just going to. I guess actually skirms are fine here because Byzantines is not going to go scouts because they once Nikov has enough skirms, he can pretty much like one-shot scouts anyways. So I would be actually really surprised if MbL were to go scouts, but I'm just gonna be curious as to whether or not Nikov will switch into like archers or something, or if he'll just keep making skirms or what.
Yeah, not easy to say. So far it looks like Nikov is committing heavily in Feudal Age, like getting tons of skirms. Well, he's moving in, and MbL, I don't know how he should get rid of those now, because they're between his army and his archery ranges, so basically split.
Yeah.
Is MbL microing there? Like, it's wasting.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's already down 7-4. This definitely is not good for him.
It's 2 skirms down for nothing. Spearman down. Another unit. Was it just?
Yeah, he's not microing.
Yeah, he's not microing well at least.
Nikov's still making skirms. I bet you at this point Nikov might be somewhat thinking about going up. I mean, he's not gonna. I don't think Nikov's going for the kill here on the Feudal Age. I don't think he just wants to get this over with. So I think he's just thinking about going up at this point. Maybe make a couple more. Oh, we'll see.
And well, Nikov is heavy on gold now. Well, rather heavy. So he's transitioning into archers now. Yep, getting archers from both ranges. Let's see.
I guess he actually is. He's making scouts now, and okay, so he is switching into the scouts archer combo.
Yeah, looks like it. More scouts there.
It's so tough. I guess he has options, right? He could have always tried to make some play where he tries to go up to the next age because he is ahead, but I don't know. Like, personally, if it was me, I'd probably try to just go all in on him because that's kind of the player I am. I just want to finish games quick. But I mean, he could do either, I guess. But I think as long as he keeps adding scouts, he's gonna be in Feudal Age, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just watching the fight there, and again, MbL taking quite some shots. Nikov dodging or dancing around the spearman there, really nice.
Gosh, what game is this? This is game 5 right here, right?
This is game 5, yes. Right.
And Nikov's just he's so far ahead in army.
Like Nikov's micro is on spot. Like we're a bit critical here with MbL. Maybe it's just that Nikov is microing very well.
Yeah. Now Nikov's thinking about going up. He's probably just gonna go up and go into probably. I wonder if he'd probably just go knights. Got a pretty decent food economy. Yeah.
Ooh, so many units going down. I mean, usually I would be like freaking out here a little, but it's just that MbL in the previous games has shown that he's not in perfect shape today. Losing skirmisher here, skirmisher there, like it's adding up. Kill death ratio is 31-8. I mean, seriously, we're talking top level AOC here. This is the top 6 players out of this event that had very good signups, you know, like almost all if experts are in this, and MbL has made it to the top 6. So what is he doing here right now? It's really not in best shape.
I mean, he's still full feudal, and Nikov is already clicked upgrade, so even if he pushes it back here, then it's like Nikov's still gonna follow up with +2 knights and pretty much clean up the whole army of MbL.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if MbL called it after Nikov gets up, but we'll see.
Maybe.
Nikov's even going 3 stables. He's feeling he wants to finish this. Oh yeah, you see MbL making scouts.
Well, MbL is gaining some ground now, but that's mainly because Nikov has switched archers, and obviously skirms do well against that. But as soon as Castle Age kicks in for Nikov, now the scouts are actually pushing the skirms back.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I mean, Byzantine are just when a Hun player can start like this, when a Hun player can start with the scouts like this, and just go in and do like scouts archers, it's very difficult for Byzantine to come back because they just don't get the bloodline scouts, right? And you can just see here how much damage Nikov's scouts do and how much they help his army versus MbL. And you know, I think if MbL were to pull off a strategy where he could go forward or whatever, then I think he could he definitely have a decent position. But the fact that Nikov got to start with scouts, like again, it just doesn't help. So anyways, Nikov adding some knights and not even actually getting the upgrade, which makes more sense, right? Why get the upgrade when the skirms only do 3 damage anyways? So getting +2 is actually not really that. Doesn't really do anything. I think that Nikov probably wants to keep some of his archers alive though, because he needs to pick off the pikes with them. So probably.
Okay,
but but getting +2.
I mean, and now there is 5 knights in total, and 5 knights against feudal units, even if there's some spearmen running around. No. I think MbL, and he's not pulling the army back. He's losing all of his army there. MbL, why? Could have just gone back to the TC. His map, his base is walled, or tightly knit at least.
I think MbL left his computer at this point. I don't know. I don't know.
No, of course he's still doing stuff, but what kind of stuff is he doing? Like, not microing too much, not pulling the army back when he's losing. Strange.
I mean, it's just a lot of times, you know. I mean, this game, like I said, the strategy, the way the game got set up in the early game, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. You know, I mean, that's why Huns are still strong, even though they don't have the good cav archers or whatever. They still have options in Feudal Age with the Bloodline Knights that other civs they just don't get because they're still versatile in that sense. So I mean, they're still going to be a strong civ. I mean, obviously they're really strong in Castle Age because of the cav archers, but they were already really strong in Feudal Age, you know. And you know, I think actually if people want to see maybe more balance in the game, maybe they should give some bonuses to the civs that don't get Bloodline Knights, because it's like, or Bloodline Scouts, or just Bloodlines in general, because that's one of the biggest weaknesses.
Yeah, exactly. Don't like Japanese get Bloodlines now? I thought so. So yeah, that's definitely on the table. Like
yeah.
All right. So Carlos said bye, so I'll say bye. Did I say something? I guess so. Did not go through. So I don't think we have to show the achievements for this game. Well, MbL lost the boar, and then Nikov made it to Castle Age while MbL was still light years away from that. And with knights, Nikov cleaned up the feudal army. Generally, MbL not in best shape today. I think that's fair to say. So that leaves us with a straight 5-0 here as a result.
Yeah, it was. I think that the Aztec War was one of the games where MbL definitely. I thought he played nice in that game. Really, I think that getting the relics, and I think that was maybe one of the things that I don't know. Maybe that was a game that he thought he could win. I thought he had a nice strategy, and I think things were going well for him that game. And then, obviously, his main gold was bugged, and I really did think that was something that was really major in that game for him. So, and then obviously if we just recap, the game 3 was the Mongol Huns, and that game didn't really start out very well for him, and they just boomed. And the game before, yeah, I don't know, it was kind of not so great of starts.
Yeah, I think in the first 2-3 games, MbL still showed his muscles and tried seriously, but then in the last 2-3 games, yeah, he kind of dropped the ball, and he played like it was fair play, but wasn't really in top shape at all. Okay.
Yeah.
So well, JoRo, thank you for co-casting. I love it to have a co-caster.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was, even though we had to go through like
it was a bit strange, restarts, wasn't it? But
it was a bit strange, but yeah, definitely we'll try to see if I can help co-cast the other games as well, if possible. Do you know when the next games are?
Well, it's a Sunday evening, so I'd have to check if there's like something scheduled for Monday, Tuesday, which would be rare, or let's say not as common as on the weekend. But I think there's still the game Viper against Back-T scheduled for this round, so maybe that's happening soon, but I don't know it. So what else is there to say? Well, this was the series Nicov MbL. Check out aoczone.net or use the commands we have here on the chat to get your links and your information. Follow this channel if you haven't done so. We've just had the 40 months, like 40 anniversary with partnership, I think, here on the channel. So tons and tons of AOC here.
Nice.
And anything you want to say, JoRo? Maybe mention your YouTube channel. Like, what are you doing? People asked all the time, who is JoRo?
Oh yeah, I'm just some 1600 noob.
No.
No, I have a YouTube channel that I just try to make tutorials on. I've been trying to make better, or trying to learn more things about the game, learn more tips. But yeah, so I don't know. I haven't really made a whole. I'm still kind of in the learning process. I'm trying to just learn more strategies and get better at execution, and then I think that I'll start posting out more videos. I guess right now I can post the link in the
feel free to post the link. I mean, people will be wondering now like what you're doing, so if you have something on YouTube, just link it now. I guess that's fair to do now.
Yeah. So here's a link to the channel, but I'm gonna like right now I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to learn more, and then I'll post more videos when but yeah, so
all right,
want to check that out then. Yeah.
Funny question on the chat. Do people still play this game multiplayer? Answer is yes.
Yeah, I wish I knew the answer about 8 years ago when I got this game back in 2000 when everyone else was playing it.
Yeah, same.
I'd played it, but I never knew that there was a multiplayer, because I'd always click on that multiplayer button and it'd be like, the game has been removed, or it's moved to somewhere else, and I just never was.
Exactly, like once Zone shut down in 2007, was it? Afterwards, you'd have to do research and get, tools like Game Arena or whatever it was called and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good now with when I found Voobly, that was pretty nice, because obviously this is a really fun game to play in.
Same here. 2012, I was pretty much finished with my regular studies. And thought, I need a nice hobby now, and so I found there is still someone playing AOC out there. Like not only someone, but hundreds and thousands of people. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe let's just wrap it up, right? Let's just say check aoczone.net for any information, and this is it from me. And again, thank you, JoRo, and yeah, see you guys.
Yeah, well, look forward to seeing you guys in the future, I guess, and casting.
Would be nice, honestly, to get more people here on the chat, on the stream. Because the last 2 weeks I think it was mostly Katsuni because I was not around and able to, you know, set up. But we'll get more co-casters, more streamers here, get more variation. That's the plan. So see you around, guys.
Yep.